Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. Today we have a whole new adventure for you guys, and that is surviving Pertam. Alright, so the new planet Pertam came out not too long ago with the Wasteland update, and I wanted to showcase it by playing a survival adventure here on this planet. So the terrain for this planet is actually very mountainous, a very deserty plain area, and there's like a big crevice in the equator of the planet or so. There's oxygen, it's pretty rich in oxygen, which is not too bad. So we can open our mask and breathe, but if we're on the higher levels of a mountain, it's going to be a little bit harder to breathe. So there's that. Finding ice is a big issue because it's limited. There's no ice lakes here, which I'm used to hanging out next to. So we have to find these oasis areas, which is these very green areas where it has like a little bit of trees, and we should be able to find ice right underneath it. And in terms of ore, I think you can find everything except for maybe platinum and uranium. I'm not sure, but we're gonna use this survival adventure to kind of figure that out. So let's take a look at the settings that I put in for this survival adventure. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the settings. We're going to hit new game, custom game, star system, and put the name of the series, Surviving Pertam. We're going to leave it as survival. We are going to go on a friends system here, online mode, because if I add another camera, that'll be perfect. And I can't go without the one mod that I enjoy using the most, and that's easy inventory. So we're gonna have that on. I know we have build planner, but I'm used to easy inventory, so I'm gonna stick with that mod. And in the advanced options, we're gonna stick with regular stuff here. Not gonna change anything in terms of character inventory, block inventory, assembler, refinery, welding, grinding. I am gonna change environmental hostility though. I want to play Armageddon because I want to unlock or complete my achievement for that, which is called Death Wish, which is the Armageddon mode for 5 hours in survival. Everything else, as we look here, we're gonna leave alone. We are gonna go down a bit more and reduce optimal spawn distance. That way we put my other account here to do the camera. It can spawn fairly quickly or right next to me. As always, we'll put enable spectator in-game scripts if we want to have scripts later down the line, which I probably will have. We are going to make it a little more challenging too, and we can take off jetpacks. We can have spiders. I believe Pertam has spiders. It just doesn't spawn as often as it does in Alien Planet. But let's not do that for now. We might come back to it later and turn it on if we want to, but we'll leave it alone for the time being. However, we're also going to turn off progression. Not a big fan of progression. It's great for beginners who wants to learn how to, build stuff and has a bit of a progressions there, but I'm not a big fan of it for my gameplay, so I'm gonna turn that off. And we're gonna leave on the weather system. I have not played around with weather too much, so we're gonna make it a little challenging by leaving that alone and having that available. Another thing I do not like is enable auto respawn. So let's take that off so we can pinpoint where we want to spawn if we have multiple medical rooms or survival kits. And that should be it. Alright, so let's hit start. Here we go. Here's the drop pod situations, and if we go to Pertam, it looks like we get the regular respawn pod or drop pod, and the difficulty is hard. Oxygen's at 80%. And the planet gravity is 1.20 Gs, which is a little bit higher than the alien planet, as you see here. So it is oxygen rich from what I've been researching, and it's more rich down on the surface or within the cracks of the planet or crevice of the planets. If you climb higher, in terms of higher mountains, you lose the oxygen, which you definitely need to have oxygen with you. So yeah, let's just get started. So we're gonna launch the respawn pod in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we are dropping from the very top of the planet. And we look like we're dropping down to a very difficult area. And that's not great. So that's gonna cause a little bit of issues because we're in a quite mountainous area. And if we're building more rovers than ships, we're gonna have a lot of issues. There's a chance that we need to rebuild the respawn pod a little bit so we can start flying to a more flatter spot. Well, it's not too bad. Maybe we'll build a rover down the line to get down. I honestly can't even see if there is a flat area if I really wanted to because I don't have jetpacks. And the biggest issue is I fall down the mountain. There's no coming back. So I guess we'll just chill here for now. Alright, so I'm assuming you guys might know more about the planet than I do. So of course, feel free to leave some comments to give me some pointers. Let me know of what to expect surviving this planet. Alright, so to get started, what we always gotta do, go to our control seat, pick up our rifle, ammo, and GPS locator. And we're gonna see what station we have here. We have a UVSR station, which, let's see, I used to visit this place at a regular basis during my engineering days, and they always had some good deals available. Go see if they are still at it. Alright, so I'm not sure if that's a note for myself or somebody wrote that for me, but we'll just create the GPS marker. Go to GPS and you just double click it. See how far this point is. And it's about 16 kilometers away. So walking there will take me a very long time. So I'm definitely not going to do that. So we're going to have to find a way down there or look for another one eventually. In this series, I think we're going to stick more with building rovers than actually building ships because of the gravity itself. It's possible to make ships, but it's going to take a lot of thrusting power just to get it lifted off. So I'm going to stick with rovers, maybe even hovercrafts. We'll see how it goes. But we're having a big issue where we can't get down the mountain at any time soon. So we're probably going to chill here for a bit. So I see that we have iron over there, which is perfect. We can't refine it yet because we don't have a refinery, but at least we have a good point to see iron, and that's not too far away actually. So that's good. 5 meters down, so we can just drill a hole here to kind of look for it. Here we go. So that's the iron, and we'll leave that alone for now. And we're probably just gonna have to go ahead and start drilling for ore or for stone, so we can load it up in our survival kit. Alright, the meteor storm is going to be a bit of a pain, but let's just hope it doesn't hit my survival kit like off the bat. If it does, then unfortunately the series is over and might have to restart. Alright, so let's start getting some stone. I kind of want to put it right around here. That's a bit closer than I really want it to be in terms of the meteor shower. Is that one too close? Nope, that's good. Alright, so let's just put a hole here. Alright, so it's going to take some time to drill for some stone, so I'll be right back. Alright, so it looks like an unknown signal landed about 2.84 kilometers away, which is going to be a very hard reach for me to get to. Except for flying. I can't fly right now, so that's a bit of an issue. Could always use parts. And if you're curious, I did make a little bit of a hole here. And usually I dig straight down, make a big little circle to collect stone. But in this case, without jetpack, I did create just a diagonally downwards hole. I'll collect as much stone as I can. Wasn't too much. And I converted my respawn pod with a seat and also a gyroscope in the back. Because I changed my mind, I don't want to stay here in the mountainous area. I prefer to be down on a flatter area, and I might get closer to the UVSR station. So of course I don't want to get too close because I think ores don't spawn when it's too close to it. So I think it was about 10 away, 10 kilometers away. So I am going to attempt to fly to a flatter area that way. So in order to do that, since we already have a gyroscope and a control seat, all we need to do is unhide most of these atmospheric thrusters so we can see them and turn them on. I actually do not prefer hiding much stuff, so let's just not show on HUD, show all these hidden things, and here we go. Alright, so let's turn on all thrusters. So actually let's just group them really quick. Thrusters. Alright, so we have 4 thrusters. It should give us a decent push upwards, even with so much gravity. So let's just hope that works out. And it's actually storming now, so that's interesting. Looks like a bit of a sandstorm, so probably an opportune time to get out of here. And before we do that, let's reduce the amount of landing gears we have here. There. Let's get back in there. We gotta get to our landing gears. Group these guys. Put LG. Group. Alright, switch lock. Alright, we're good to go. So we're gonna turn on thrusters, unlock, and away we go. So the way to fly this way is by kind of changing the directions a little bit. So get tilt forward a bit just to fly forward, and then we can just hover this way here. And it looks like we're picking some speed, which is not too bad, and we're kind of leveling out. So alright, so we're gonna fly our way to an area that's a little more flatter. Maybe we could stop by the unknown signal. Might be not a smart idea, but because it's down in the crevice over there, and it's gonna be a little hard to land, so I'm gonna avoid it for now. I don't want to get destroyed too quickly. So I'm just gonna fly a little bit further out and try to hover as best I can to a flatter area. It looks like I might get very close to the station, and it's probably not on a flat area, so that's gonna be an issue. Because if I'm in a flatter area, it's gonna be a little easier to start like building stuff. On a mountain's a little more difficult, and it's gonna be a little more difficult to like fly around or travel around. So you know what? It's actually looking pretty decent here. So I'm about 10 away. Let's just fly a little bit to the right. And it's not too bad. It's over the other side of the mountain. So maybe I'll stay here. Here is looking pretty nice. There's a tree here, so there might be some ice. So let's just stay here. So let's slow down. Yes, to slow down, you just gotta pitch it upwards. And then hopefully it slows down just enough. And just gotta find the right direction to slow it down. I think I got it. That's good enough. Alright, so I wish we had more parachutes, but we don't. Alright, so we're gonna pitch it downwards. Oh, I'm dropping way too fast. Tilt it just a tad. There we go. I think we're good. We're moving a little forward, so we can tilt it back. Drop it down. Come on. Hope I don't destroy this. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, we're teetering, and we're good. Alright, we can turn that off. Leave it locked. And we're good. So that was a decent flight. I lost that kind of tree. Probably back there somewhere. But we got a good starting point. So that works out. Probably should level this out a little bit because I don't know, it's bothering me a little bit. So let's just level this out. There. That's leveled out. Alright, cool. Turn that off, save some batteries. And yeah, I think we can start here. This is not too bad. So the first things first, we gotta build a base of operations. Then we could travel to the station and see what's there. So luckily I grabbed a lot of stone, or a good amount of stone, and I produced some steel plates, so that's perfect. And from there, let's build us... We can build a bit of a... I think I want to build something like a tent kind of situation. So let's just do a green tent looking color. It's not much of fabric color, so we'll just leave it as whatever default it is. So we'll build it right around here. So we built it a little bit bigger than we need, which would be better. So up to there. Alright, so we probably want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's good. One more here. So we're going to do 5 wide. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And we'll just bring it back this way. Alright, so then we just got to build upwards. And without jetpack, it's going to be a little more difficult because we just got to build some more, build some scaffolding in a way. So there's that. I'll just build it really quickly like so. This should be an opening. And we can build it 3 high, which would be kind of perfect. Which would be a little bit easier too for myself because I just do that. Here we go. So now we can just build this. One more up. Perfect. I built it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then we just gotta pretty much close it out. Which, what do we want to do for that? Let's see. We gotta build the scaffolding first. So let's build that. Alright. I think we can use... Yeah, we can use this here. This curved block. Or slope block. Looks good. So we just built that this way. And we'll slope it this way as well. Alright, and just gotta connect the rest of it. Oh, we got to do it for the ground. Yep. Alright, we have a roof. We have our walls, which is perfect. I just gotta find a way to weld them all up sooner or later. And that's probably gonna happen once we have enough steel plates. So at least we have somewhat of a secured area for ourselves. And for our equipment that we're going to put in here. It might be a little tight at first, but that should be okay for now. Alright, so that is our little tent area. That's perfect for now. It's not much. We can't even weld much of it up either, so it is what it is for now. We could potentially add our survival kit in here too, and I realized I didn't even put flooring down, so I'm gonna have to do that as well. And I think I'm gonna do that with half blocks. Alright, so that's what we got so far for our little base of operations. A bit of a tent-ish thing. Had to build a ramp in the front because it was a little elevated. The floor is made of half blocks, so that makes it a little bit easier to climb up and down. Alright, so what we need to do is eventually do weld up everything. But we need to get more minerals quicker. So we gotta create a system where we can do that. And that is going to be pretty much a drill system. Where we said drill downwards, get as much stone as possible and collect it. And we should be good from there. Alright, so before we make a drill system, we definitely need more parts, like small steel tubes and things like that. So what we're going to do is add a basic assembler here for now. And we'll connect a drill system to it so we can get some more materials. And that was a bit close in terms of meteor showers, but we are looking still okay. Let's get the rest of the basic assembler parts and we should be good to go. Alright, quick change in plans. I actually do want a basic refinery first before an assembler so we can gather stone quicker and have it refined quicker. So we can have this refined, this being the survivor kit refined, and also the basic refinery to refine. That we get more materials a lot quicker before we build the assembler. And once we have the assembler up, we should be able to create a cargo container, and then we can create some kind of drill system so we can gather stone a lot quicker. Alright, so we have power, so we should be able to power up the refinery now and get that working. There's still more grinding to do, so the beginning is always the fun part, but it is a bit of a grind because of gathering just stone. If I can find iron, we can finally mine or refine iron, so that's a good thing. But yeah, let me continue on with my drilling, and hopefully we get our assembler up and running fairly soon. Looks like the storm's rolled in, but it's turning my turbine, so that's perfect. And it's turning it pretty fast, so it's getting a decent amount of energy. Too bad I don't have the parts to make a battery just yet. But yeah, let me just continue with the drilling. Alright, we got our assembler up. And last thing we need is the cargo container to store extra stuff, or have more capacity to store stuff. So we pop this guy down. We have 4 metal grids from the hydrogen thruster, so that's perfect. But we do need to make small steel tubes. So we need to make, I think, 20 of them, basically. Alright, there we go. We got our cargo container, assembler, and also a basic refinery. So for some reason, my basic refinery is not refining stone. Might be because I'm out of power. So we definitely gotta fix that sooner or later. But I think we are set for the base for now, because it's a little bit of a slow crawl to get any resources. So we have our basic setup for now, and we're gonna have to turn this guy into a drilling rover, so that way we can drill for more material a lot quicker than what we're doing by hand. So that's probably going to be the next episode. So today, definitely established the base, and we're ready to move forward from there. So yeah, I can tell already that I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this series here in Pertam. So I hope you guys do enjoy this series, and of course I'll see you guys next time. Bye. So we're gonna continue our surviving Pertam very soon. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, of course, hit that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and feel free to leave us some comments.